Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great look. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them, or go after someone who can help you up front? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any... Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster. Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that... And with time running short, you've got to hope some... And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. This is Antonio Andrews. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Antonio Andrews, the one he was looking for out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Now Smith, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. With it is Brown. He won't go down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, Smith. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Walker with a grab, left side. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Allen here on the screen. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 35 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now, there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 5. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he floats one there, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ooh, with a juke. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
2nd down following the run. Out of the gun, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep is Travis Carey. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Allen has it, left side. Big play there for the Patriots. 39 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Smith now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage. Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Second and 10, Smith again. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Flushed out right and complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing again is Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now Carey. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground with Andrews. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw on second down is Smith. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Smith on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Now Gino. This will be caught inside the 10. 23 yards on the play. So they're operating in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To the air again, Smith. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Smith throwing again. That's caught at the 2. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Delaney Walker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's got him in, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Smith out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to be.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Smith now on second down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Now it's Smith, and Allen's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dwayne Allen from 6 yards away. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They felt their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Rashid Hageman in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw on second down is Smith. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but The defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Walker with a grab, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. He's back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides with attention.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing now, Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On the toss, there goes Andrews. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Smith now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss.